Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, January 8th. That means we are on day 8 of our meditation challenge. I don't know about you, but I felt like this was a really long week. I'm glad it's Friday. If you have the weekend off, good luck. I hope you get to relax as much as I plan on doing so. What a great start to the first week of the challenge. I got some great notes from people who are really settling into their practice and starting off the year in a way they want to. We had some great attendance at the workshop. Really appreciate everybody jumping in the discussion group and kind of sharing what they're experiencing and their thoughts on things. I'm going to leave links to the last week of emails and videos. So if you're starting a little late, we've had a lot of subscribers came out just on Wednesday and Thursday. So if you're joining the challenge a little bit late and you kind of want to see where we got it kicked off and what we were talking about, please use those resources. They'll be linked below. Today's a little bit of a weird trick, and it's actually the center of my doctoral research. So I study behavior change broadly, but very specifically, the experiments I've been running since 2014 are about using something called a written commitment device to increase the habit formation when somebody is new to something. So what does this mean? Literally having an experimental participant write out by hand is an important piece. It could be a couple of words long. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I will brush my teeth, shower, and then sit down on the meditation cushion for 10 minutes. You can crumple this up into a new, ball and throw it out. You can light it on fire. You don't have to show it to anybody. The very simple act of writing out our commitment, our hopes to execute a new habit, will increase your likelihood of getting to the meditation cushion by anywhere from 25 to 40%. It works, but like meditation, it only works if you actually do it. So take the 7 seconds that this exercise would take, handwrite out what your commitment for tomorrow is, or if it's in the morning like it is for me while I'm recording this, I write out, I'm going to save a little bit of money today, I'm going to hit my stretching goal, I'll have my healthy meeting, and I will meditate. Those are my 4 commitments to myself that I'm trying to kick off the year with. So I know that even me, and I know that this works, I go ahead and do it and see some effects. I'm going to try really super quick to give you the story about where this research came from. It actually comes out of communist propaganda in China. They have found through essay writing competitions, they can take people who are kind of maybe indifferent or weren't so sure about what they thought of the Communist Party, and they could turn them into real cheerleaders. The most dramatic example of this was some American volunteers who signed up for World War II. They were enlisted men who were great patriots. They got captured in World War II and they were held by the communist police for a few years before being returned after the war. These patriots, these people who believed in our country so much that they were willing to go off to war, came back as card-carrying communists. The Department of Defense was baffled by this. The prisoners weren't tortured, they were not drugged, they weren't brainwashed, they weren't bribed or coerced in any way. There were no threats against their family. How did these American patriots come to love Chinese communism? It was all about handwritten communications. So it started very simply that the POWs could write a letter home as long as they included one positive thing about their experience. The guards treat us fairly and don't beat us unnecessarily was low enough of a bar. They feed us 3 times a day. And over the course of weeks, the communist police required the POWs to write just a little bit more about the positive natures of communism, a little bit more, ratcheting it up to the point where these soldiers were writing full-blown essays praising communism. We've learned over the last 60 to 80 years of studying this phenomenon that there is much more of the brain engaged with physical acts than just pure conscious thought. So handwriting out a commitment activates more of our brain. And there's this mind body connection, right, that we know about, especially if we're meditators or when we're in yoga. But any of us know that if we think something's funny, we'll laugh out loud. If we're feeling physical discomfort, we'll be in a cranky mood, right? Our mind and body influence each other. So these written commitment devices have proven people will be more likely to save money, more likely to go to the gym, quit smoking, eat healthy. And I think I'm proving out over the last couple of years, it'll increase your likelihood of sitting on the meditation cushion tomorrow by 25 to 40%. And interestingly, you will report being more satisfied with your new habit than somebody who hasn't used a commitment device. So happy Friday. Check out the links below if you want to catch up. If you haven't meditated with us, or if you're new to the challenge, we have this little tradition of closing with 3 minutes of silent meditation. So if you haven't gotten to your meditation for the day, we can do it together right now. So happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, guys. This next week, we talk about taking our meditation practice off of the cushion and practicing mindfulness in our day to day life. A lot of fun. So, we're kind of going to get to the 200 level of meditation together. Have a great weekend. See you guys tomorrow.